Hi, welcome to Arts Focus. I'm Elise Buckite, Program Specialist for the Office of Cultural Affairs, and I'm joined today by Lauren Williams, Adult and Community Services Manager at Daniel Boone Regional Library.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, glad to be here.
So the library, of course, provides just tons of programs and resources for the community, but I wanted to make sure today we talked about the One Read program coming up. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Oh, sure. So One Read is the community-wide reading program that's coordinated by the Daniel Boone Regional Library, but it's really supported and made possible by a number of community organizations, including the Office of Cultural Affairs, CAT TV, other places. And it is where we invite everyone in the community and adults to read the same book, and then join us in September for a month of programs and events around the themes and topics of that book. And the goals really are simple. It's to create community around reading, using a book as the focus to do that. One of our past authors said that what she loved about the program was that it creates a space for civic dialogue and civil dialogue. We feel like that's really important. So it's nice to connect with other people around a book.
Absolutely, yeah. And so then I know part of that is that you guys get the community involved in nominating and voting on the book. So what did we end up getting this year?
So this year's book is Killers of the Flower Moon. And I have it right here. The Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI by David Grann. And it is a narrative nonfiction. It's kind of a true crime narrative that almost becomes a social justice story. It has a number of themes to talk about, Native American culture and history, birth of forensic science, all kinds of topics that we can discuss as a community.
Ah, that's awesome. So where can people get a copy of it?
The library has plenty of copies in print. We have more than 400 copies. We also have book club discussion kits that you can check out that have 10 copies of the book. You check out for 2 months, so if your book club wants to read it over the summer. We also have other formats like ebook and downloadable audiobook. So they're available now for checkout. And like I said, programs start in September, so you've got a few weeks to get it read.
Yeah, you can pace yourself out one chapter a night. You can probably get there.
You may not be able to stop after a chapter, though. It gets pretty gripping.
And you said events will be held in September.
Yes.
What kind of things are there?
So I have to mention the author is coming September 25th. That's a Tuesday at 7. He'll be on the campus of Columbia College. And that's always fun to get to hear from the author firsthand about their process and their research and things like that. But we always do a number of book discussions. We do a panel discussion each year. David Lyle from KFRU moderates that. And so we have experts on a number of topics. So there'll be someone talking about kind of the history of forensic science, someone who is a descendant from the Osage Nation who will be talking about their efforts to promote and reinvigorate their culture. And then we have someone to talk about Native American history and some other topics like that. So that's always a great discussion. We do films. We have a documentary film that will be showing Big Men, which is about a Dallas-based oil firm. It's a modern day. There's oil discovered in Africa, and it's, again, this indigenous people is kind of being exploited for the resources. So it echoes a lot of the themes in this book. Columbia College is going to be doing some presentations and hands-on things about forensic science. So that will be of great interest to people who are into true crime and things like that. So, and we have some great arts events. Sydney Purcell, who is an artist who uses a lot of performance and interactive pieces to explore her Native American heritage and representations of Native Americans in contemporary society, will be having an interactive piece at the library. So a number of things, and then the art exhibit.
Yeah, so we're happy to be able to help support the art exhibit this year. I know we've been doing that for a few years now. What's the call this year?
So the theme is Beneath the Surface, and like you said, the Office of Cultural Affairs provides some prize money for our winners, and so that's wonderful. Anyone in the community can submit a piece. So Beneath the Surface sort of is inspired by the many layers of mystery in the book. And so we're asking people to show us something beneath the surface of water or land or behind a loved one's face or behind a well-worn story, just to reveal something hidden. So we hope that prompt gets us some interesting pieces, and that'll be at Orr Street Studios.
All right, Orr Street Studios for the whole month of September?
Yes, yeah. So the submission dates are in August 23rd through 25th, and we have more information about that at oneread.org. People can get the details about submitting. And then it goes up on the 29th of August and is there through the 29th of September.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the author himself will get to see that exhibit when he's here, so we're excited about that.
Oh, that's great. It's a great opportunity for beginner artists, for professionals, amateurs, any level.
Absolutely. And so it creates a really nice community show, which we love.
That's great. So I'd also like to just talk about some of the regular arts programming that you guys do. I mentioned at the beginning you've got just things going all the time.
We do.
What are some of the arts events that you've got?
We have a lot of regular music events, so we almost every month we have a concert in the evening. Often those are folk or acoustic, traditional musicians. And then we also have Tunes at 2, the first Sunday of the month, 2 o'clock on the reading balcony. We have acoustic music that kind of provides a nice backdrop to your library experience. But we do a monthly center aisle cinema where we show a documentary film. A lot of those are former True False film selections, so if people didn't get a chance to see it at True False, and there's always a discussion afterwards of those documentary films. We have a number of things in support of writers. We do National Novel Writing Month programs in November. We have several great local authors here in town, so they often will do a presentation about a recent book and or do a workshop or something like that. And then we do our annual quilt show in the spring to celebrate fiber arts. So there's always something going on.
Yeah, and I know I've had family members who will take their kids to so many different arts-related things. You guys have trips that comes in.
We do, yes, lots of arts-related things for kids. So yeah, trips comes in. Columbia Art League has done things in the past. So yeah, check the website.
Yeah, events. So where do people go to find that out?
Sure, dbrl.org is the library's website, and then /events, or just click on events and classes. We also have the old-fashioned paper flyers and the printed program guide at any of our branches. We have a lot of people who pick those up when those come out and just put things on their calendar. Our Facebook page, if you search for Daniel Boone Regional Library, we have a lot of our information there. We're using events a lot more now, so you can find a lot of things there. And then Twitter, Instagram, those other places, but really the Facebook page is where you'll find it. And we also have some email newsletters. So if you go to the website dbrl.org/newsletters, there's a number to sign up for, including one about library news and events.
Awesome, that's great. Yeah, because I know I get to see a lot of it as we frequently like to highlight what you guys are doing, but there's so much going on that I think people could miss out on all these valuable programs. So one more time, let's talk about what's the name of the book here.
Sure, it's Killers of the Flower Moon by David Gran, and he will be here on September 25th, so pick up your copy of the book.
Awesome.
And get it read. Yeah.
And dbrl.org,
yes,
or oneread.org,
correct,
for information on the community book.
That's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I'm looking forward to all of the awesome events coming up.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us for this segment of Arts Focus.